Most people dealing with chronic mucus are treating the symptom, not the cause. They try expectorants. They try steam. They try cutting dairy. Some things help a little. The mucus comes back. And the reason it keeps coming back is that there are 4 specific nutritional deficiencies that directly cause the body to produce excess mucus, and almost nobody checks for them because they don't show up in a standard blood panel unless you specifically ask. In this video I'm going to walk you through all 4. What they are, the science behind how each one drives mucus overproduction, how to test for them, and the fastest way to address them naturally. And at the end I'll show you the supplement formulation I found that addresses 3 of the 4 simultaneously, which is why it worked for me when nothing else did. Stay through to the end. The 4th deficiency is the one most people miss, and it's often the main driver. Here's the connection that most people don't understand. Mucus overproduction isn't random. It's a response. Your respiratory system produces mucus as a protective mechanism. When the airway lining is irritated, inflamed, or underprotected, the goblet cells, the cells responsible for mucus production, go into overdrive. They produce more mucus to try to compensate for the weakness in the mucosal barrier. Certain nutritional deficiencies directly create the conditions that trigger this response. Either by allowing chronic inflammation to develop, by weakening the mucosal barrier itself, by impairing the cilia that clear mucus out, or by disrupting the immune signaling that controls mucus production. Fix the deficiency, reduce the inflammatory signal, and the body stops producing excess mucus because it no longer needs to. That's the mechanism. Now the 4 deficiencies. Deficiency number 1, vitamin D. And this is the most common one in people dealing with chronic respiratory mucus, especially in populations that spend most of their time indoors. Vitamin D is not just a bone vitamin. It's a critical immune regulator. And in the lungs specifically, vitamin D receptors are present on every major cell type in the respiratory epithelium, the cells lining your airways. When vitamin D levels are low, 2 things happen that directly drive mucus overproduction. First, the immune cells in the lungs shift toward a Th2 dominant response. Th2 immunity is the inflammatory pattern associated with allergies and asthma. It directly stimulates goblet cells to produce more mucus. Second, the tight junctions between epithelial cells, the molecular seals that keep the airway lining intact, become leaky. A compromised epithelial barrier triggers more mucus production as a compensatory defense. A study published in the Journal of Allergy and Clinical Immunology found that vitamin D deficiency was significantly associated with increased mucus production and airway hyperresponsiveness in adults. Supplementing to adequate levels reduced both. The reference range most labs use for vitamin D is 20 nanograms per milliliter as the minimum. But functional medicine research suggests that respiratory benefits are optimized between 50 and 70 nanograms per milliliter, a range most people never reach with casual sun exposure alone. You can test your vitamin D with a standard blood test. Ask your doctor specifically for 25-hydroxyvitamin D. If you're below 40 nanograms per milliliter and dealing with chronic mucus, this is likely a significant driver. Deficiency number 2, zinc. Zinc is essential for maintaining the structural integrity of the mucosal lining throughout the respiratory tract. It's required for the production of mucins, the proteins that form the normal protective mucus layer. And it's a critical cofactor for the enzymes that regulate inflammation in airway tissue. When zinc is deficient, the mucosal barrier weakens. The normal thin protective mucus layer becomes compromised. The body responds by producing more mucus, thicker, stickier, to try to protect the exposed epithelium. It's the same compensatory overcorrection as with vitamin D deficiency, just through a different mechanism. Zinc also directly inhibits the enzyme that activates pro-inflammatory pathways in the lung. Low zinc means those pathways run unchecked, producing chronic low-grade airway inflammation, which is itself one of the primary triggers for excess mucus. A meta-analysis published in Nutrients found that zinc supplementation significantly reduced respiratory infection frequency and duration, and specifically noted improvements in mucosal integrity in zinc-deficient individuals. Zinc deficiency is more common than most people expect, especially in older adults, vegetarians, and people who drink alcohol regularly. A plasma zinc test can identify it, though dietary assessment is also useful. Oysters, beef, pumpkin seeds, and legumes are the best food sources. Deficiency number 3, vitamin C. The lungs are the organ most exposed to oxidative stress in the entire body. Every breath brings in oxygen, and oxygen is inherently reactive. The lungs handle this through a sophisticated antioxidant defense system, and vitamin C is one of its primary components. In the respiratory tract specifically, vitamin C is concentrated in the epithelial lining fluid, the thin liquid layer coating your airways, at levels up to 10 times higher than in blood plasma. This concentration is deliberate. The lung needs it there. When vitamin C is deficient, this antioxidant shield weakens. Oxidative damage to the airway epithelium accumulates. Inflammation follows. And the mucus response ramps up. Beyond the antioxidant role, vitamin C is required for collagen synthesis, and collagen is structural to the integrity of the airway wall. Without adequate collagen, the epithelial barrier is more permeable and more susceptible to irritant-triggered mucus responses. A study in the American Journal of Respiratory and Critical Care Medicine found that low plasma vitamin C was independently associated with chronic productive cough, a cough-producing mucus, in a large population study. Correcting deficiency reduced mucus-related symptoms. Unlike vitamin D, vitamin C deficiency is less likely to be identified on standard panels because it's not routinely tested. But consumption is easy to assess. Most processed diets deliver far less than the optimal 500 to 1,000 milligrams per day needed for adequate respiratory tissue protection. 3 of the 4 deficiencies I've covered, vitamin D, zinc, and vitamin C, all converge on the same solution: reducing airway inflammation, strengthening the mucosal barrier, and restoring the body's ability to manage mucus naturally. The supplement I tested, Breathe Again, directly addresses the mucosal and inflammatory side of this through its 5-compound formulation. It's not a multivitamin. But combined with correcting these deficiencies, it's the closest thing to a complete protocol I found. Deficiency number 4. And this is the one most people miss entirely. It's not technically a vitamin or mineral deficiency. It's a precursor deficiency, a shortage of the raw materials the body needs to produce its own most important antioxidant, glutathione. Glutathione is the lung's master antioxidant. It protects lung tissue from oxidative damage, regulates inflammatory responses in the airways, and, critically, it directly affects mucus viscosity. Low glutathione in lung tissue is associated with thicker, stickier mucus that's harder to clear. The problem is that the body's ability to produce glutathione decreases with age, smoking history, pollution exposure, and chronic illness. Exactly the same population dealing with chronic mucus. N-acetylcysteine, NAC, is the most researched precursor for glutathione synthesis. It crosses into cells directly and is converted to cysteine, the rate-limiting amino acid in glutathione production. When NAC is available, glutathione production recovers. When it's not, the deficiency deepens. NAC itself also acts as a direct mucolytic. It breaks the disulfide bonds in mucus proteins, thinning the mucus at a molecular level independently of the glutathione pathway. This is why NAC has been used clinically in respiratory medicine for decades, in conditions from COPD to cystic fibrosis. A Cochrane review, the gold standard of medical evidence synthesis, found that NAC significantly reduced the frequency of exacerbations in chronic obstructive pulmonary conditions and improved mucus clearance. Multiple studies documented measurable reductions in mucus production and viscosity with consistent use. You won't see NAC deficiency on a standard blood test. But if you have a history of smoking, live in a polluted area, or have had chronic respiratory issues for more than a year, your glutathione NAC axis is almost certainly compromised. People searching for the fastest way to get rid of mucus in the lungs want an honest answer. Here it is. There is no same-day fix for chronic mucus unless you're talking about pharmaceutical interventions with their associated side effects. But Fastest Naturally has a real answer. Address all 4 deficiencies simultaneously while actively supporting mucus clearance mechanisms. The Fastest Natural approach combines 4 things working at the same time. First, mucolytic action. NAC breaks down the mucus that's already there. This is the most direct and fastest-acting natural intervention. Results begin within days of consistent use. Second, anti-inflammatory support. Reducing the inflammatory signal that drives overproduction. Vitamin D correction, zinc supplementation, and plant compounds like Mullein's verbascicide and ivy leaf heteracicide all work here. This takes 2 to 4 weeks for measurable impact. Third, mucosal barrier strengthening. Vitamin C and zinc support the structural integrity of the airway lining, reducing the defensive mucus response. This is a longer-term mechanism, 4 to 8 weeks. Fourth, mechanical clearance. Diaphragmatic breathing, staying well hydrated, and physical movement, even walking, mechanically loosen mucus out of the airways. This amplifies everything else. The supplement I found, Breathe Again, covers the mucolytic action directly through its NAC and Mullein components and addresses inflammation through ivy leaf, thyme, and elderberry. Combined with correcting vitamin D and zinc through diet or supplementation, this is the closest to a complete natural protocol available without a prescription. The term lung cleanse gets used loosely. Let me give you a more precise framing. The lungs don't accumulate toxins that need to be flushed in the way the liver processes them. What the lungs need is mucus clearance support, oxidative damage protection, inflammation reduction, and ciliary function maintenance. The supplements with the strongest evidence for these 4 functions are NAC, direct mucolytic and glutathione precursor. The most evidence-backed single compound for mucus clearance support. Mullein leaf extract, mucolytic through saponins, anti-inflammatory through verbascicide, soothing through mucilage. 3 mechanisms, 1 plant. Ivy leaf extract, bronchodilator and ciliary function support. Opens the airways and helps the cilia work better. Thyme extract, antimicrobial against respiratory pathogens and anti-inflammatory in bronchial tissue. Elderberry, upper respiratory immune support and anti-inflammatory effect on the mucosal lining. These 5 together, in standardized doses, not random T concentrations, represent the best evidence natural support for lung mucus clearance available without a prescription. Breathe Again combines all 5. Link is in the description. If you're dealing with chronic mucus and you want to address both the deficiency side and the active clearance side simultaneously, the link to the product I tested is in the description and in the pinned comment. NAC plus Mullein plus ivy leaf plus thyme plus elderberry. Standardized doses. Transparent label, quick recap of the 4 deficiencies that cause excessive mucus production. Vitamin D, regulates airway immunity and epithelial barrier integrity. Deficiency shifts the immune response toward the pattern that drives mucus overproduction. Zinc, maintains mucosal structural integrity and inhibits pro-inflammatory enzymes in the lung. Deficiency creates the conditions for chronic low-grade airway inflammation. Vitamin C, the primary antioxidant in the airway lining fluid. Deficiency allows oxidative damage and barrier breakdown that triggers compensatory mucus response. NAC and the glutathione axis, the most overlooked driver. Low glutathione in lung tissue produces thicker, stickier mucus and reduced clearance capacity. NAC is the most direct way to restore it. Address all 4 and you're not just managing mucus. You're removing the signals that tell the body to produce excess mucus in the first place. If you know someone dealing with chronic productive cough, persistent morning mucus, or breathing that never quite feels fully clear, share this video. The right information at the right time changes what people do next. Subscribe to Zeputrix for health tricks with actual science behind them. New video every week. Link for Breathe Again is in the description and pinned comment. See you in the next one.